feels like I'm in a race car. Third, second. Jeez. Let's go. Way it's handling in the bend. It's nuts. This video is sponsored by Sunnah Bakes, cakes that are inspired by Sunnah. Each cake is made with a minimum of 3 Sunnah ingredients. So this is a new startup company that we have opened in time for Ramadan 2021. So we're going to open it up now. Comes with the brilliant ribbons. Sunnah Bakes, you guys want to see? Open it up. Need to get the energy before riding the bike. Okay. Alright. Whoa! That looks pretty good, that does. Bismillah, so give it a bite. Oh wow, that is quite moist, that isn't it? It's got a really nice soft texture to it. I like the different combination of spice that's got in the cake. It tastes so good. Wow, these are delicious. Fire them up. Grab yourself a cake before Ramadan, in Ramadan, for your family and friends. And I feel like it's a way of us getting back into getting Sunnah back into our own lives. It's a good thing to get in Ramadan for a family member or friends, or you know, anybody you want to give as a reminder. Because that's the main point of this cake. So wow, I'm not going to share it with you guys now. This is my cake now, so goodbye, and let's get back to the video. There we go, get some back shots. Let's go for a spin. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody showing support on the previous video of buying this car. Praise be to Almighty that we had the chance to even get this car. And I really want to know, everyone's like, you know, the hype all about this car. Everyone's been talking about the 3.2 V6 engines and that they're the best sounding cars. So we're going to find out now in the first drive. And I just want to give people a natural insight about this car and what I feel like. Is this car a decent car? Is it one of the best cars to get, and the performance and the economy and all sorts. But for now, let's do a drive of this car and see how this car is. It sounds so sick. Wow. So just to let people know again, this is the 3.2 V6 A3 Quattro 6-speed DSG. I know a lot of people mention manuals or the DSG, and honestly I don't know which one's better, so I really want to see what the DSG is like. Plus the DSGs are quicker than the manual, because obviously it's not to do with skill then, because it's all done for you. I prefer manual, but you know, let's see what the hype is about the DSG. Let's go. Right. Wow. Wow. That's pretty punchy, that was. The crazy thing is that you don't even feel it, but when you see the much power, the car just flies up. And plus there is sport mode in this car. I want to see how the car feels in D mode, and then we'll do the S mode. So there, let's talk about the specs. This is stock, the stock models, because we don't know if this is modified or stock yet, because it says ABT tuning in the car. But anyway, so stock, this is 246 brake horsepower. 0 to 60 they do it in 6.2 seconds. That's the DSGs. I do believe the manuals do 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds. Actually does, for 3.2 litre V6, 28 miles per gallon. It says right there 23, 24, but I'm adjusting it with the accelerator, so I'm guessing if you're actually like having a weekend drive fast, you won't get amazing miles per gallon. But at the moment it's doing really well. Just to mention that we did drive this car back to Scotland, and we honestly paid, I believe, about 60 quid, 70 quid, and we still got petrol in the car, and that was at least 300 to 400 miles back. So, you know, a lot of people like to mention the torque, and this is 236 foot-pound of torque. It's very quiet and calm, but then when you give it, you can hear that V6 roar through the gears. It's a bit like you can actually like use this as a daily because of how quiet it is. But then when you want the car to sound nice, just, you know, press that throttle down and boom, that V6 roars. Yeah, so this car is a low mileage car. It's just over 100,000, and it's doing pretty well. Sounds pretty good. Not much any surprises so far. I did think like with a car driving back from Scotland there'd be a lot of problems, but you know, praise be to Almighty, the car drives fine at the moment. I did try to find the history of this car because there's stickers on this car that says North of Scotland bag owner. Apparently sport mode, wow, the car's a lot more sensitive now. Yeah, just to mention, oh wow, so in sport mode that actually, oh my god, the revs just stays right on top of the car. So in D mode, it just changes gears for me already. But in sport, see, I'm already in oh, wow, look at how I'm dropping the gears. See, okay, we'll drop in third. Oh, I love DSG, I do. Only for that reason. So in sport mode, wow, it's already in high revs, 4,000 RPM. But we'll keep it in D, So yeah, so the previous history about this car, I haven't found anything yet. I'm hoping this car is modified, but at the moment, ABT tuning, I don't know anything right now. I do know it's not actually a remapping company, it's actually a company that provides a tuning box, ABT tuning, that you've just installed into the car. There is some paperwork in this car that we have found, which in the previous video we did speak about it. It came with a lot of work with this car. This, believe it or not, back in the West Midlands where the car was originally bought, was about £15,000, the book value of this car that a previous owner bought this car for. So it's nuts. And just to mention with the previous video, we did pick it up for just below £1,400, so it's really good price. You know what I mean? It is, you can make your dreams possible. People out there that believe this car's worth 4 or 5 grand, 6 grand, because it is still increasing. You can pick a damaged one up for a very cheap price. In the engine bay, there's no obvious modifications. It's got a stock air filter box. There's no induction kit, any sort of pipe work in the car that shows that it's modified. I do want to compare this car with the diesel Audi A3 DSG that we've got, which is a 140 brake horsepower stock, and we're going to see the difference with how they both perform. Okay, so we'll drop it in sport mode now, and we'll see how this car sounds now. Traction. Whoa. She pulls really quick. That was just probably halfway in the throttle, but wow, look at the way the car just drops the gear. Whoa, wow, that is lowest at least. This car is mental. Whoa, the way it just drops the gear by itself in sport mode is relentless. Honestly, it's like a supercar. This car is incredible. It feels powerful. Let's do a bit of pull here. Wow, it just knocks me back in the seat. Whoa. Let's drop the gear with let's use the DSG. Wow, second gear, first gear. Let's go. Way it's handling in the bend. It's nuts. Jeez. This is remarkable, this is. Wow, pretty in fourth gear. Feels like I'm in a race car. Third, second. Jeez. Yes. Wow, it handles so well. And you know what? I actually don't feel scared. I feel super confident in taking this. I feel so confident in this car. Normally in Jap cars and Type R, I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna fly off the road. And in the Skyline, it's scary cars they are, but with this car is relentless. so agile on the roads. Drop the car, third, second, let's go. 6,500 RPM. Wow. Oh. Thank you very much. Let's go overtake him. If I want to overtake people, this car does it effortlessly. Let's drop it back down. Let's enough with the sport mode. This car is mental. Let's drop it in D mode. Wow. This car is absolute bonkers. Wow, man, this car, it turns into an animal in sport mode, but it can be a daily car in D mode, but in sport mode this car turns into a weapon, a track weapon. I'm speechless. I don't know what else to say. MashaAllah, like, well engineered. DSG, you know, in the diesel car I couldn't really use the gears, but with this, because of the torque and the power, I have to use the pedals. Amazing. So far the car is ticking the boxes. It's powerful, it's agile, it's grippy. I feel confident in this car. This car changes gears quick. It's, you know, so many positive words to say about this car. I'll say one thing, I might get judged, I might get bad opinions. I come from a Japanese era. I like Japanese cars because it pushes me to the edge, like the Skyline, the Civic Type R. When I'm driving, it's scary. It's a scary car to drive and it pushes you to the edge. This car, I don't feel scared at all. The car plants the full power, which is good. It's good for performance, good for people that want to go fast on the track and feel confident, but it just doesn't give me that edge. I just feel too confident in this car. Whether that's a bad opinion, I'm not sure, but it just doesn't give me that. It was amazing to drive, but it's not scary, but it's amazing to drive. That four-wheel drive quattro and that straight V6 3.2 litre doing its work was amazing. Terrific job. It's a 6M, that is. We've driven a 2 litre 140 diesel manual Audi A3. We've driven a 170 brake horsepower 2 litre TDI diesel Audi A3. They're very similar. We've driven the 140 DSG 2 litre TDI A3. And they're all similar. The layout is exactly the same, the dial's exactly the same, steering wheel exactly the same, but this, out of all of them, is a completely different breed of car. It's a beast, it's an animal in every way. The handling of the car, the power of the car, the way the car sits, the way it's planted, it's just like the beast, the daddy of all the A3s. If you want to get a daddy A3, you get this A3. And this, when I'm in D mode, when I'm driving around the city like we are now, because I want to test it, I want to see how it feels like first drive, and it actually drives like a normal 2 litre TDI Audi A3. But then when I drop in sport mode, when I'm up in the rev range, this is a completely different car. It's a beast of a car, an animal of a car, and it's crazy. It's crazy that this car can live both worlds. A nice daily quiet car, and then a racing sports car, a paddle shift sleeper. This car is a sleeper. It's an absolute sleeper. Like, if you look at the outside of the car, look at it. It just looks like a 1.6 litre petrol Audi A3. But then that sound, this is absolute sleeper. A quick question out the blue: if anybody has got an Audi A3, the 3.2 V6, or another Audi, any Audi that's got an ABT tuning mod on the car, just drop this. Oh, need petrol. It was on the red mode anyway. Let me know where I'm supposed to look at to find out if it's ABT tuned, if there's a box in the dash anywhere, or if it's in the engine bay. Thumbs up to you guys for supporting and helping me out really with this car. Hopefully people can drop comments down below to create a community for people to talk about the Audi A3s, and let me know what you guys think about the 3.2 V6s, because in my opinion, you know what, I love it. I love the car. It can be a daily, it can be a race car, it can be a weekend car, it can be the only thing it doesn't fit is it's not a family car, but apparently you can get these in 5 doors, so it does tick every box. Thank you very much. May the Lord Almighty and bless everybody, and see you in the next video. Peace.